So guys, today we're back with another video, and today, remember when I said about I was gonna be watching some scary videos? Well, instead of that, I thought we should read some scary text. Download this app if you're not even scared, cause this is all scary stuff. I read some. I also read Hacked. I read this one. By the way, I haven't even. How much longer until your 15 minutes are up? How unfortunately for you, I plan on beginning on top of a while. So this is the part 2. No, so I already read part 1. I'll show you part 1 once I'm done with this one. That would indeed be unfortunate for everyone. I don't even know how to edit anything, so. Who is this? How do you get my number? Hello? Yo. Time 3:04 a.m. Location Los Angeles, California. Studio.
What's up, bitches? Hey, still grinding, working on my next single. Hey, who's still up in this bitch, huh? Hey, alright. Crunch that thing. Crunch it down. Wash that shit out. You ain't my show tomorrow night, bitch! Oh, man. Okay, maybe I should put that shit down. Hey, yo, I'ma sign out, man. I'ma get my head right for a second. I'll be back later, alright? Peace out, y'all. Peace.
15 hours later. Good evening, sir. Your driver is outside. He's not supposed to be here for another 30 minutes. Would you like to cancel this ride? Fine, I'm coming outside. Time 5:15. Location. Okay, we're ready.
Hey, yo, on the way to my show, man. Sold out. We gonna turn this shit all the way up tonight. You know what I'm saying? First respect in the back, sir. Alright, you know how I like it. Let's roll. That lean forward, baby. Keep my balls
Yola.
nice, shit.
Yoink.
Set this bad boy up right there. Cause you know I got pour a drink. That's just how I roll. Hey, yo. Shout out to the Clorox gang.
Clorox.
You again? Man, what the hell do you want, man? What do I want from fucking troll, bro? Seriously. Listen, who Grease? Get off my dick.
I'm getting this music out of here. Awesome.
What the fuck, man? What the hell, man? Hey, drive him. Drive it something ain't right, dude. You gotta take me home, man. Whoa. Yo.
He's getting
You put
dizzy.
something in my drink.
He
What
drank.
the hell, dude? What the hell? Okay.
He drank. See you
You gotta take
soon.
me home, dude, for real.
he's dead. End of chapter 1. Find out what happened next episode of Hacked. Oh, it's the guy. It's the same guy. What is wrong with his neck?
What is this, man?
What does he have on his neck?
Hey! The fuck is this shit? What the shit, man?
Um,
Listen, the fuck is this shit?
Limo. Fudge.
Welcome back. Glad you could join us. Who are you? Who I am is beside the point. Our focus tonight is finding out who you are. Who you really are. What the fuck? What the fuck, man? What is this?
Yoink.
What do you want from me, dude? It's over the youth, and you wield it irresponsibly. What? It's a fuck parents' problem. And it's my burden to get rid of the sickness in this world. One bad seed at a time. Now let's begin. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Your aftermath will be based on your answers. Are you ready? Dude, fuck you! I'll take that as a yes.
Are you watching live stream? Right here. Dude, this is another publicly stunt. IDK man seems kinda real to me. Don't you remember when he faked his death to Yeah, that was pretty oofy thing to do his. But it was a genius.
What?
I don't even want to watch this. It's so long. Trick or treat. Trick or trick or trick. Trick or trick? WTH. A family secret. Something scary. Ready to hear something scary? Tap.
Hey, I'm Sapphire. Want to hear something scary?
Hello.
One day, a young couple went hiking in the mountains. As the sun began to set, they realized that they were lost. John was getting worried, but his boyfriend Sam tried to calm him down and assured him that they would eventually find their way back to their car. However, after walking for hours, they still had no idea where they were. The sun had almost completely set when they came upon a cabin. It was dilapidated and old, but they thought maybe someone was home to point them in the right direction. They knocked on the door, and it gently swung open. They stepped inside. It was completely run down. There was no furniture, but a thick layer of dust and dirt on the ground. John wanted to get out, but Sam wanted to explore a bit more, thinking they might find someone who can help them. They explored a bit further, curious to find red paint on the walls that hadn't yet dried. They went upstairs and found an old mattress. It was incredibly dark outside, and after much debate, the couple decided that it was safer to stay in the cabin until morning than try to find their way out right now. So they brushed off the mattress and tried their best to fall asleep. A few minutes went by, and they heard a rustling from right outside the window. John went to the window to see if it was a person who could help them. "Hello?" he called out into the darkness. No response. "What if it's someone who can't speak?" Sam asked. John turned back to the window and shouted, "If anyone can hear me, clap once for yes." He strained his ears to listen. Crickets were chirping loudly. Then, John was surprised. He called out again, "Are you the owner of this cabin?" John assumed that meant no. "Would you be able to help us find our way home right now?" "How about in the morning?" John thought he heard another set of hands. "Are you alone out there?" "How many of you are out there?" If you liked this story, look for the next episode of Something Scary.
Bruh.
Hey, I'm Sapphire. Want to hear something scary?
Yeah, it's the same thing, but different, I think.
There was a man who woke up in the middle of the night, hearing what sounded like knocking coming from his attic. He groaned and got up from his bed, turning on his light as he left his room. He went up the ladder that led into his attic. He turned on the lights and squinted, his eyes still adjusting to the light. Nothing. He shrugged, turning off the lights in his attic, back down the ladder, and turning off the lights as he entered his room. Must have been a rat or something, he thought. A moment later, the sound started again. He got up, turned on his bedroom light as he left, went back up the ladder, turning on the attic lights once more. Still nothing. He turned off the attic lights, went back down the ladder, and turned his bedroom lights off once more. Laying in bed, he wondered what it could be. He heard the knocking another time. "That's it," he said, angrily grabbing his baseball bat. Once more, he turned on his bedroom lights, went up the ladder, and turned on the attic lights. Still nothing there. He sighed, thinking he was going crazy. He turned off the attic lights, headed down the ladder, but this time, he didn't turn off the bedroom lights. As he lay in bed with his eyes closed, he heard the knocking once more. He slowly opened his eyes. It was on his ceiling. If you liked this story, look for the next episode of Something Scary.
That was funny.
Hey, I'm Sapphire. Want to hear something scary?
I keep farting.
After finishing some grocery shopping, a woman headed back to her car. She put the groceries in the trunk of her SUV, but when she walked over to the driver's side, she noticed that the tire was flat. She had just replaced all her tires a few days ago, so this was extra infuriating. She pulled out her phone, and then a well-dressed young man carrying a briefcase approached her and asked if she needed any help. She told him that she appreciated his concern, but was calling her husband to come help her. She turned away from the man, hoping that he'd take the hint, but he remained there while she was on the phone, smiling. Her husband wasn't picking up. She hurriedly tried to find the number for AAA when the man spoke again. "I can fix your tire really fast. Please, I really don't mind." The woman didn't like how pushy he was being, but she thought maybe he was in the holiday spirit and really just wanted to help. She finally agreed and opened the trunk for him so he could pull out the spare tire and the needed tools. He changed the tire quickly, just like he said he would, and closed the trunk. The woman got in her car, thanked him, and began to pull out of her parking spot when the man approached her window. He asked if she could give him a quick ride to the other side of the parking lot where his car was. She thought about it for a moment, but then remembered her groceries in the back, so she politely told him that she needed to hurry home. As she drove off, she watched the man get further away in her rearview mirror. When she got home, she unloaded the groceries from the back. She saw her busted tire. But something wasn't right. She looked at it closely and saw a slash mark. Next to the tire was the man's briefcase. She realized he must have accidentally left it there. So she took it into the house to see if she could find any form of identification. But all she could find were 4 items: a rag, a bottle of chloroform, duct tape, and a knife. She taught herself how to change a tire the next day. If you liked this story, look for the next episode of Something Scary.
We're on the 4th episode now, guys, so.
Hey, I'm Sapphire. Want to hear something scary? Once there was a lumberjack. He was paid to cut down trees for others to use for firewood or furniture. He'd usually wander far from his truck, going deeper and deeper into the forest as he worked. One day, night had fallen and he was still deep in the trees. Instead of risking getting lost trying to head back in the dark, he decided to build a makeshift shelter for himself out of sticks. As he searched for branches and twigs, he stumbled upon a small cabin. It was covered in vines, and the trees around it had warped to accommodate it. The lumberjack knocked. No answer. He knocked again, but the door was so old and flimsy that it fell right over. "Hello? Anyone in here?" He called out into the small shack. He stepped inside and found a bed and a small lantern already lit. It almost seemed like it had been waiting for him. He didn't love the idea of breaking and entering someone's home, but he also didn't want to spend the night outside, so he told himself that if anybody came, he'd explain himself and hopefully they'd understand. He collapsed onto the bed and stared up at the ceiling. He jumped a little when he saw what was up there. There was a very odd painting hanging on the roof. It depicted about 5 faces staring intently downward. The lumberjack shuddered. He thought it was such a weird piece of work. He blew out the light and quickly fell asleep. The next morning, he was awakened by the sun shining into the cabin. He thought that was strange since he didn't remember the cabin having any windows. Then he realized where the light was coming from. As he lay on the bed, he stared up at the creepy painting. Only there was no painting, but a roof light. If you liked this story, look for the next episode of Something Scary.
Alright, we're on the last episode. Woo!
Hey, I'm Sapphire. Want to hear something scary?
How is this even scary?
16-year-old Sarah was spending the night at her friend Lauren's. Sarah wanted to watch fun romantic comedies, but Lauren wanted to do something a little more risky. She wanted to play Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary is a game that, if done properly, summons the spirit of an angry headless woman in your mirror. Some say she is the spirit of Mary Tudor, who burned over 280 religious dissenters at the stake. In order to summon her, you must stand in front of a mirror in a room lit only by candlelight. Close your eyes and chant Bloody Mary 3 times while spinning. When you open your eyes, Mary will appear in the mirror. But if you stay too long, she will reach through the glass and claw your face. Most people believe that her apparition is only a hallucination brought upon by the dimly lit room and the spinning. But Lauren didn't care. She wanted to try. So they went into the bathroom, lit some candles, and chanted. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. When they opened their eyes and looked in the mirror, they both saw a floating red mass. They screamed and ran out of the bathroom and under the bed sheets. They didn't enter that room again the rest of the night. After they caught their breath, they both tried to rationalize what they saw. Maybe it was just a hallucination. Maybe they simply mistook their own reflections for a bloody one. Lauren said she wanted to watch a romantic comedy now, and they laughed. Half an hour into the movie, they had completely forgotten about what had happened in the bathroom. Then Lauren's dad stepped inside the room. Hey ladies, are either of you on your period? Dad? Sorry, not trying to make you feel weird or anything, but when you get a moment, could you clean the bathroom? There's blood all over the floor. If you liked this story, look for the next episode of Something Scary.
Time for videos. Yoink. We're watching the most scary videos until I say, oh my. Actually, until I say, what? Lol. First of all, how are you even floating? That's Spider-Man. Escaping angry girlfriend. Jeffy's toilet problem. He had surgery. Video against haters of YouTube. Massive zombie horde chased me in... Look at those effing muscles. Look at those fucking muscles. I don't even know how to... What the... I was born old, but every day I'm getting younger. Massive zombie horde chases me in GTA 5 RP roleplay. Right, so we're, until I say, actually, no, not this. Get out of here. Videos. What the hell? Hi, Mickey. The black-eyed children. Most scary jump scare videos pop up. Number 1. Until I say whoa, we can. What is that? crap. That doesn't count. I didn't say whoa. What? I don't understand that. 2 ... For 7 weeks now, I woken up to the sound of a rotten crawling through my apartment walls, tear apart my things after friends and family weren't by rats. I finally went out and bought a rat to take care of the problem. When the trap was mysteriously strung with no catch, I decided to go Big Brother on the rat's ass and installed a video camera in the closet to catch the action. Here's what I recorded. First person's even better. Is that a dog? It's a squirrel. It's literal squirrels. His face! BRB. Sorry guys, I was just showing my mom what happened to the little squirrel. Why does he look like he's trying to hide something? Oh, maybe his hand hurts. He sees something? How is that scary? They keep coming back. How is that even scary? Like, bruh, how is that scary? Birds. Is that an actual snake? I have no clue what just happened though. What? That wasn't green baby products. How is that scary? Ah, 15. Michael Jackson. Listen carefully. This actual original clip.
Alright, Larry, we're inside Michael Jackson's bedroom suite with Miko Brando, our tour guide here, and you're looking at the doors, and you can see the locks on the doors. Miko, privacy was key in this room, obviously.
Yeah, he liked his privacy. When the doors were open, it was okay, but when he locked, he wanted his privacy. He had his privacy.
This is one of the bathrooms.
Bruh, it lit up a little. How is that scary? We'll miss you, Michael Jackson. That's what it... MJ is for Michael Jackson. Oh, what are you? house, I think. He's alive! Hi, little guy. He just jumped on the camera. Oh, I've seen this one before. I'm not even scared of this one. It's funny. That's actually funny. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, what? It's moving! Look at the couch, guys. It's literally moving a little. Ah! How is that scary if you just see it and then you just have to... Wait, how long is it? 6 minutes.
Missed the top.
What? That was epic. I want to see a replay of that. That was epic. Wee! Fly! It does a replay. Right, I just saw his hand. Oh, that's how it went. That's actually funny. What the? That was actually funny. Impossible to try not to get scared. "12 scary videos that will leave your jaw hanging. Try not to laugh. Impossible clean. 5 scary videos that freak me out." Is that Pennywise? Hey, it's Pennywise. Lol. Alright, let's do this one.
All of the videos on this list are scary enough to leave you thankful it wasn't you in any of these bizarre
What the-
situations caught on camera. Number 12.
Whee! What? The tire just
The
goes
rough
flying.
landing in Buckland, Alaska becomes even scarier when you learn all of the things the pilot said. The fact that anyone is alive is a miracle. They were trying to keep the plane from sharply veering to the right and colliding with everyone below. The plane's steering was off and nobody knew to get out of the way, and it's not like planes have horns or anything, so there was no way to tell them that they were in the way, while everyone on the ground was folding their arms and waiting. The pilot was freaking out and applying a maneuver called asymmetric
Tire
reverse
literally
thrust.
fell off.
Basically, he reversed
Can you shut up, bro?
assume the worst and give from Albany looks like creepy things are about to happen at night, but when Mike Leiss takes the camera to the window, you can see a big problem.
Yoink. What?
It's the middle of the day, possibly the last for him and his family, as a terrible change looms in the sky. What happens next haunts them forever. At 9:16, a tree almost connects with the side of their house. The only thing that saved them were winds blowing slightly away from their home. When so much scary stuff happens to you at once, there really is only one reaction.
Rest in peace.
Almost losing your home, whether you actually did in the end or not, is one of the scariest things imaginable. And startled by what's inside, wrapped in tape and caught in the bushes is a creepy red color, faded from being out here so long. They pull at the tape and 3 minutes later, they're finally ready to reveal the revolting contents inside.
Hold on, open it up for a minute. I gotta record it.
What's in there? What is that? What is it? I don't know. Gray floating chunks rise to the top of the gelatinous pile, an unknown mystery sludge that blows them back with a rotten stench on a windless day. They run away from it more than once. Things get weirder as a frightening conclusion creeps over them.
Man, there's like somebody's body. You look at somebody's body?
I don't know. I'm holding my breath every time I go over there.
Yeah, it's kind of sketch, bro. Like it was duct tape.
I'm calling 911.
Don't call the emergency one.
Someone is leaving this weird thing in the forest, one of the scariest finds of their life, and whoever it is has a lot of duct tape. There is a lake nearby, so I hope it's a fishing cooler full of improperly disposed bait, and not what they fear it is. We never get an answer to this unexplained video, so tell me what you think this mystery substance was that made...
I'm watching a different video.
Number 15, Bedroom Exorcism. If you think you can brave these 15 videos, then you're braver than most. Our first entry has been getting big attention in the Spanish-speaking YouTube community. It's a video of two people performing an exorcism on a girl who clearly looks unwell. There's 2 eggs on this plate. The priestess cracks one egg, and it appears perfectly normal, but after rubbing the other egg on the possessed girl's skin, it cracks open to a pure black sludge, which is an extremely creepy sign. But things get even more bizarre as the girl sits up with very dilated eyes and drinks the sludge, which causes her to shake and twitch, and the full video cannot be found on YouTube because it gets even more disturbing. I think only seeing this part of the ordeal is enough to terrify anyone who isn't brave. Number 14. Because it gets even more disturbing. I think drinks the sludge, which is an cracks one egg, and it appears perfectly normal, but after rubbing the other egg on the possessed girl's skin, it cracks open to a pure black sludge, which is an extremely creepy sign. But things get even more bizarre as the girl sits up with very dilated eyes and drinks the sludge, which causes her to shake and twitch, and the full video cannot be found on YouTube because it gets even more disturbing. I think only seeing this part of the ordeal is enough to terrify.
Why?
From secret hidden rooms to weird and eerie sounds, this list shows exactly how creepy, mysterious, and sometimes haunted old basements really are. Number 12. Basements are where hidden secrets are kept in the dark, old memories and keepsakes of things that are too scary for the surface and would get you some strange. Some giant creatures are all over the internet, while others are less frequently seen. Number 11. This mysterious blob recently oozed its way onto the shores of Acapulco, Mexico. It has no smell and therefore is not a floating piece of sea garbage. As curious officials poked and prodded this formation, they were surprised to feel a full skeletal system underneath. The floppy, deflated area in particular looks like it could have been the head. The many holes were probably numerous eyes that have since been picked clean by hungry fish. Researchers are clueless as to what this could possibly be, but if you think you know something they don't, then I welcome your best guess. Judging from its huge size, I'm guessing this creature had very little predators and could have eaten practically anything it wanted. Number 10. This underwater video was shot aboard the EV Nautilus, a famous research vessel owned by the same person who found the sunken Titanic. Little does the crew know they are moments away from yet another mystifying discovery, this time in the Gulf Coast of Mexico. Off in the distance, they spy a giant creature coming at them fast. You can hear both surprise and fear in their voices. They order the captain to retreat.
What?
Or it could be fishing line. You want that? Back up. Huge siphonophore.
It could be.
What looks like a long floating rope of intestine is actually a creature known only as a siphonophore. I'm not sure if it is being carried by the currents or moving on its own, but at one point it does come close to the team and almost seems to demonstrate a limited degree of curiosity as it hovers nearby.
Who? Yeah.
For us humans, this one seems to prefer
I'm back.
the bottom of the ocean floor, far away from where we tend to swim. Number 9. A Russian YouTuber named Diamond Operator rides his bike past a giant creature that is easily twice the size of a person. The creature uses its many legs to easily close the distance between itself and Diamond Operator. When it gets within spitting range, it unleashes some sort of sludge all over his rear camera. Look past the slime and you'll see a European cop car chase it away at the last moment before it's too late. Hopefully the police were able to sort the situation out, whatever it was, and for the future of the human race, I hope there aren't more of them out there lying in wait. Number 8. This video, taken in Jacksonville, Florida, and posted to YouTube by the Jacksonville Zoo, momentarily shows a gigantic dinosaur-looking creature with an impossibly long neck that stretches up to meet the roof of a nearby building. You only get to see the creature for a split second before they take off and keep running, which seems like a realistic response to me. However, since the creature does not move at all, it could be a statue or CGI. Also, the beginning of the video shows them just kind of standing around, and I really doubt something of that size could sneak up so close without anyone noticing. Number 7. Everyone knows about the ostrich, but few people know about the wild cassowary, another 100-pound bird that can do you in with a razor-sharp inside talon. First of all, check out this vicious low kick. This would have no problem slicing you or me wide open, and the hissing scream it makes is unlike any other bird.
Run at you now, so keep kicking. Hit her in the air. He'll go for your throat, your stomach, or your groin.
And that's just a kick standing still. When one...
Not doing that! Push! Come on! Push! 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 Push!
Yeah, this free trial's a little suckier than you thought, eh?
One of these giant birds is running at you at top speed. They can deliver a flying talon straight to your jugular. They are highly aggressive and will almost always defend their territory to reveal what could be the outline of a giant round invisible creature. Some people are claiming this is simply a drill using new technology we don't know about. Others say that this is not an exercise at all, but rather a real desert battle with a creature. Listen to the noise it makes and tell me if you think this is the sound of a passing fighter jet or the terrifying roar of a real monster.
Dash 3, good hits.
Number 5. On this night in Florida, a YouTuber named Deer Meat for Dinner is after a different type of wild game than his name would suggest, something much more dangerous. You'll have to go to his channel to see exactly how they managed to land this giant creature, because it's a battle that unfortunately I can't show here, but the end result is just as terrifying as the battle itself.
It's an
4 grown men
alligator.
struggle to pull a gator aboard, whose jaws are easily as broad as their shoulders. Every square inch is a battle that brings the boat closer to its tipping point. They have to take numerous breaks, and for a while it looks like they might lose their grip and let their catch sink to the bottom. The entire time I'm waiting for the gator to snap back to life. As they roll it onto the boat, Deer Meat for Dinner orders everyone away from the tail that could easily snap a leg. When they get back, the team needs an actual heavy-duty crane to lift the giant beast up and get a final measurement. It's 13 feet and 2 inches long and weighs 1,127 pounds, a new Florida record. I feel like you can really gain a better idea of its size from this angle. The YouTuber is a pretty tall guy, and this thing's tail alone comes up all the way to his head. Number 4. Barrett Rudd suspending the day kayak fishing when a terrifying creature suddenly takes flight above water. At first it just sits on the surface and then it makes its move. The bizarre creature is larger than Barrett's arm. It has a snake-like body, a large hole for a mouth, and 2 elongated fins that look very sharp to the touch. At 8 seconds into the video, Barrett raises his hands in surprise, but I doubt it would have been enough to protect him. Fortunately, the animal changes its trajectory at the last second and silently sinks back into the water. I guess it must have bitten through the fishing line. Number 3. This next entry has appeared in many different giant creature videos, and I just wanted to lay the rumors to rest while also properly crediting the original source. This sighting of a giant creature in Vancouver belongs to a talented YouTuber named Hollywood Scotty, who is known for professional special effects. Obviously, the chances of a special effects designer happening upon a giant monster in real life are very slim. Still, this video has fooled many people since 2017 and is definitely a testament to his skills. Be sure to check out his other videos. Laying on its side, a confirmed bystander pushes it back into the water with her paddle, which could be a mistake because it proceeds to head directly for the person holding the camera.
Oh my god.
Although it seems more concerned with getting away than taking a bite, this is still not an animal that I would want to have anywhere near me, especially in such shallow waters. It almost seems to make eye contact as it passes directly under her feet before straightening out and swimming away. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds, because I upload 4 new scary videos. Number 1. These friends are playing in the woods when something out of place catches their eye and gives them pause. Completely filling the wide gap between 2 nearby trees is a tall, dark figure that may or may not be wearing a business suit.
The ocean is way deeper than you think. How do I know? Because a video told me that it was way deeper than you think. Now, I love to go swimming. What? Okay, look, I know how to swim, okay? Just because I'm black doesn't mean I don't know how to swim. Anyway, I love to go swimming, but I would never go, like, deep into the ocean because, you know, it's unknown. You don't know what's down there. You don't know what could attack you or eat you. So, you know, it's a little scary. Not today. But everybody comment down below your favorite sea creature. Mine's the blue whale. I love blue whales, man. They're like, they just look cool. And we're still doing the road to 1 million for Instagram, trying to get my Instagram to 1 million. You know, while I was filming this, it's at 874K. But if
Yoink. Bruh. Get out of here.
The Earth was a land of giants. Why prehistoric animals had the tendency to grow to humongous proportions, I don't exactly know. I think it's something scientific. But these giants died down long ago. However, there are still giants roaming the planet today, most of which are commonly known and some quite bizarre. Others are known, and still bizarre, like the #1 entry, so you should stay tuned for that one. Here are 10 giant creatures caught on camera. With all that said and done, let's begin, shall we? Number 10. The Strange Blob of Acapulco. In this modern day and age, people still believe that giant unidentified monsters still roam various bodies of water worldwide. In fact, it seems that advances in marine exploration technology have reinvigorated the search for these legendary creatures. That and the fact that stuff like these get washed up on the beaches worldwide. Back in March of 2016, a 13-foot unidentified blob from the sea washed up on a beach in Acapulco, Mexico. Some scientists believe the creature to be a whale and others a squid. And of course, people on the internet think it's a terrifying monster. Whatever it is, the creature appears to have died shortly before beachgoers discovered it. Though it was not fully decomposed, it was well on its way. Number 9. A giant anaconda. If there's at least one thing that you don't want to see while working at a construction site is a giant anaconda. And that's exactly what these construction workers came across while doing some construction work in the Cave of Altamira in the northern state of Para, Brazil. They discovered the giant snake immediately after setting off a controlled explosion. At 33 feet long and weighing 63 stone, or 462 pounds, it is one of the largest anacondas ever seen, dead or alive. After making the frightening discovery, the workers chained the animal to a crane and later lifted it up to reveal its yellow spotted underbelly, a move which was criticized in the comments when died in the explosion, possibly being hit by falling debris as its head appeared flat in the years. Highly understandable because, well, if you didn't already know, these giant reptiles have been extinct for millions of years. But despite that fact, there is still a very large number of people that believe in the possibility that some of these creatures somehow managed to survive to this very day, existing in secret in some far-flung, unexplored jungle, or at the bottom of a particularly deep and murky lake, or standing in plain sight in downtown Jacksonville, Florida. The video looks like it's that of a reporter covering some story in downtown Jacksonville. Some sound must have startled them because they suddenly panned the camera to look over the fence into what looks like a construction site when they saw the large reptile. The camera was so shaky that we can't really see if the thing was moving. So, did they really capture a giant dinosaur in Jacksonville? Or was this video uploaded at around the same time as the construction of a dinosaur attraction in the Jacksonville Zoo and was done to promote the thing? Probably the latter. Number 7. Cassowary.
When big birds are the topic of a conversation, ostriches and a certain giant yellow bird from Sesame Street come to mind. The subject of this entry on our list doesn't get much love, which is quite unfair, really, because they're pretty fascinating creatures.
What?
They being cassowaries, a large flightless bird, much like the ostrich. Scientists say that they are direct descendants of the dreaded velociraptors, and their ferocious reputation shows this relation. You see, they are far from being mild-mannered. In this video, you can see one of these giant birds attacking a zookeeper who's trying to desperately defend himself with a rake. I don't know what's more terrifying, the fact that those legs end in sharp claws, or the noise that it makes when it lunges forward. Despite their ferocious reputation, some people do keep them as pets, and as expected, there are reports of one of these birds fatally attacking its owner. One such event happened in Florida, of course, when a man was attacked by his pet cassowary when he accidentally fell to the ground while in the enclosure. After the attack, he was surprisingly still able to dial 911, but still succumbed to blood loss, sadly. Number 6. Giant desert jellyfish. Two words that you don't usually see being used together are desert and jellyfish. Because, well,
Hello.
desert jellyfish. But there you go. I've already used the pair twice and it doesn't get any less weird, especially for me. But even more especially when used in the context of this next entry on our list. First uploaded to the Video News Viral YouTube channel back in 2014, this video reportedly shows a U.S. Army Air Force jet destroying a giant alien monster in the desert. No, I'm not losing my mind. The description actually said U.S. Army Air Force. Anyway, whichever part of the U.S. Armed Forces was involved in this, the video actually shows a fighter jet attacking something that I can only describe as a giant jellyfish in the desert. Is this actual footage of soldiers and giant alien creatures engaging in battle, or is this a weird sequel to Starship Troopers that was so bad it didn't see a theatrical release? I don't know, but I certainly hope it's not the latter because the last two Starship Troopers were terrible. Number 5. The lion's mane jellyfish. The lion's mane jellyfish is the world's largest jellyfish. Their bells can be over 8 feet across, and these jelly have a mass of thin tentacles that resemble a lion's mane, which is where their name originates. Reports of tentacle size in lion's mane jellyfish vary from 30 feet to 120 feet. Either way, their tentacles extend a long way, and one should give them a very wide berth. This jellyfish also has a ton of tentacles. It has 8 groups of them, with 70 to 150 tentacles in each group. These giant jellies are not only large, but also very dangerous. These guys sting, and they sting hard. Not enough to be fatal, though, but a sting for one of these creatures is excruciatingly painful, which is probably the reason why there aren't a lot of footage of this creature floating around. Sighted at the end of June 2018, this footage of this beast of a jellyfish was shot when it was spotted in water as shallow as 2 meters at Maleenbeck Pier in Ireland. That year, there was an unusually large number of sightings of these creatures in Ireland. Fortunately, only a few stinging encounters were reported. Number 4. The giant Pacific octopus. We've featured the giant squid and the colossal squid many times in this channel. They're kind of celebrities in this one. I actually had to consciously prevent myself from including them again on this list because of reasons. Anyway, there are other giant invertebrates in the world's oceans, and this is one of them. The giant Pacific octopus grows bigger and lives longer